And India and Nepal have now announced a first major trade deal of its kind. Both nations have confirmed an agreement in the works that will enable cross-border trade without the need to exchange any physical currency. WION Saloni Murarka reports. Take a look.
India and Nepal are preparing to take a major step forward in trade. The Indian and Nepalese governments are set to sign an agreement after which tourists travelling between the two countries will no longer have to carry currency notes. Indian tourists can now pay using a QR code in Nepal. The agreement will help tourists travelling between the two countries to make digital payments using Indian e-wallets like Bharat Pay, Phone Pay, Google Pay and Paytm. Nepal will now easily get access to the facilities of Indian e-wallets. Indians travelling to Nepal will be able to pay foreign merchants via UPI.
E-wallets, I think, will open new dimensions. The Indian tourists will feel far more easy to come to Nepal and to shop or to pay for the hotels, etc.
The agreement will be signed during the Nepali Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal Prachanda's upcoming visit to New Delhi. Preparations are underway for the Nepali PM's visit. The draft agreement has been finalized by the finance ministers of Nepal and India. The arrangement will not only help tourists and pilgrims travelling between India and Nepal, but also traders, which will give a boost to the bilateral economic activities.
It will be very convenient for us to buy anything from anywhere, since we use UPI for even buying a biscuit.
A year ago, the two countries had signed a technical agreement to enable the use of Nepalese e-wallets in India and Indian e-wallets in Nepal. Nepal's gateway payment service provider, Gateway Payments Private Limited, and India's National Payment Corporation of India have signed the agreement. Besides the pact on the use of e-wallets, the two sides are likely to sign agreements on 2 hydropower projects and 1 transmission line during Prachanda's visit to Delhi. India is Nepal's largest trade partner and the biggest source of foreign investment. India accounts for about 2/3 of Nepal's merchandise trade and 1/3 of the trade in services and almost 100% of petroleum supplies. During the last financial year, bilateral trade between India and Nepal saw an increase of 41% over the previous financial year. Further, Nepal's exports to India increased more than 100% over the previous financial year and accounted for 75% of Nepal's total exports. Nepal hopes that Indian e-wallets will help to further boost bilateral trade and revive the Himalayan country's economy.
India and Nepal are preparing to sign an agreement on making the transactions between the two countries easy and convenient. This is when any Indian tourist or pilgrims traveling to Nepal will be able to pay as quickly as by a QR code or by any Indian e-wallets in Nepal. This is an agreement that is likely to be signed during in Nepal Prime Minister's visit to India later this month. During the visit, the WION has also learned that both sides will likely sign 2 agreements on hydropower and 1 on the transmission lines. This transactional agreement will definitely boost the economy of Nepal that it desperately needs from that it has been impacted with the COVID-19 pandemic. Saloni Murarka for WION World is One in Kathmandu, Nepal.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.